Alright, so pi sucks, everybody. Fast pi is just this. It's 1 plus 3 over the square root of 2. That is the fastest, easiest approximation of pi you get, and it just comes from the average of the long radius and the short radius of an octagon. From there, our second term of pi becomes this. And again, yeah. At any rate, the second term of pi becomes this. Our next term of pi has twice as many terms to get closer to what we know as pi. So this formula isn't going to work, mostly because it explodes too fast. What I need is a formula that does the same thing as this does for this shape. But on this one, because what you do to get that formula is you take one. At any rate, this first step of pi works out for the radius of this shape, and I took it doing basically calculus, where I took and divided the 45 whatever. So for our next step of pi, it's all relative to our next angle, which ironically is the next prime set of angles, so there's actually two of them. So this term gets bigger. But if I can figure out how to reverse that step where I take the long radius over the short radius as a square root of 2 thing, well, yeah, I got to figure out how to reliably turn my angles into the next angle within a smaller segment, because the first time you break it down into 45 degrees, expand it out as if it's 90 and treat it again. You can't do the same thing here. You have to break it down smaller and then into smaller chunks, which means you have more and more terms. And pi sucks. It wouldn't be so bad if I wasn't trying to come up with a new formula for pi. No one's beat Ramanujan, and I don't think my approach is headed there at the moment. Big dreams of prime pi. It's worth noting that if I was actually any good at trigonometry or calculus, this wouldn't be hard. A big reason that I do this is to make myself better at things that I'm bad at, and at the moment, I've run up against trigonometry and calculus, and I hated both of those things, and geometry. That's all I'm doing. So I hate this. If I was any good at it, I wouldn't be struggling.